Chapter 14. POV, Deep Space, the AMPA system. Broly froze mid-movement. The wind howling across Vampa's wasteland died for half a heartbeat. His fists clenched. His breath slowed. Something or someone had roared across the stars. A challenge. Primal. Raw. Familiar in a way that clawed at his instincts. Saiyan. Like me, Broly murmured. His power stirred, unbidden. The ground beneath him cracked. This wasn't Frieza. This wasn't Vegeta. This was something closer to him. He could feel it, something that made his blood answer. Broly lifted his head toward the sky. I'll find you, and we'll see who the true legend is. POV, Planet Rakkasha. The Elders arrived as the land continued to die. Great fractures split the planet's surface, magma bleeding through sacred martial grounds. The sky burned in unstable colors, residual energy from a battle that had pushed Rakkasha past its limit. At the center of the devastation lay Dura. Broken, breathing and alive, the aftermath of the Berserk transformation still hitting him hard. The Elders stood in a wide circle, ancient eyes narrowing as they sensed him. He survived the elite scouts, one Elder said grimly. And it forced an ascension, like the legends written in our texts. Another Elder knelt, touching the fractured ground. This planet is unraveling because it rejected him, or because it could not contain him and what he's becoming. POV, Galactic Patrol, Long-Range Observation. MIA Tango leaned forward in her seat, blue skin illuminated by her ship's displays. Whoa, the energy readings were absurd. Not chaotic like the cosmic tyrant Frieza, almost wild like Broly's earlier outbursts scanned by the Galactic Patrol, but this was evolving. That's not supposed to exist, she muttered. Protocol screamed at her to report and withdraw immediately. Instead, she engaged her cloaking system. Just a look, she said brightly, then blushed at her own nervous tone. In and out, yeah, in and out. Her ship slipped into Rakkasha's dying atmosphere unseen. POV, MIA Tango. She saw on the ground him before the Elders did. A lone dark-skinned figure amid ruins. Muscular, scarred, unconscious but still radiating ki like a heartbeat. MIA swallowed. Stars above. She scanned him. Adult body. Fully developed Saiyan physiology. Power suppressed but immense. The Elders approached. MIA didn't think. She acted. A stun field flared, precise, non-lethal, forcing the Elders back long enough for her to dart in, lift Dura with a gravity harness, and retreat skyward. Sorry, wise Martial Planet, she whispered. But I'm stealing this handsome one, I mean rescue. Yes, rescue, she giggled. The planet began tearing itself apart as she escaped. POV, Mia's ship. Dura floated inside a healing chamber, wounds already knitting at an alarming rate. MIA sat nearby, hands folded, cheeks warm. She tried not to stare at his naked body. Tried very hard. Okay, MIA, she told herself softly. Professional. Totally professional. Still, she smiled. 9 months later, the peaceful planet orbited a quiet blue star. Dura stood on a grassy ridge, fully healed within days, but he chose to stay anyway. Because MIA had stayed too, being a lonely guy, he decided to get know this beautiful blue-skinned adventurous girl. They trained together, talked, shared meals under alien skies. Mia's bubbly energy softened when she was nervous. Dura's Saiyan intensity eased around her. They learned each other in silences and laughter rather than many words. One evening, sitting beside a lake, MIA finally spoke. You're not what I expected, she admitted shyly. Dura chuckled. You didn't expect a Saiyan who listens. She laughed, then leaned a little closer. The time they spent together had forged a closeness unexpected between a Saiyan and a member of the Galactic Patrol. The universe continues to move forward, leaving new changes in its wake. Chapter 15. POV, Mia's HOME, Quiet Blue Star. The smell hit Dura before the plate touched the table. Warm, savory, layered with spices he didn't recognize but somehow felt familiar. He blinked. This is the food you made for me. MIA beamed, hands on her hips. Galactic Patrol Comfort Cooking. Sit and eat. He did. MIA watched in delighted shock as plates stacked, vanished then stacked again. Hey, slow down, the food won't vanish. Jura didn't slow. By the time he finally leaned back, the table was bare. Every dish gone. He exhaled, satisfied. This woman has some good tricks when it comes to cooking, he thought to himself. I've fought planetary beasts that didn't satisfy me this much, he said. MIA burst out laughing, cheeks pink. I'll take that as a compliment. Something warm settled between them. Time skip, several years. Current ages. Kakarot Goku 15. Jura 20. Broly 20. Vegeta 20. MIA 26. The universe did not wait, it continued moving forward. Jura learned something crucial during the years. Relentless battle wasn't enough. To master the legendary Super Saiyan, his body needed foundational structure. The answer lay behind him. His tail. He trained balance first, reflex second, sensory control third. The tail stopped being a weakness like in canon, rather it became an anchor for his natural instincts. Then came the Great Ape transformation. In other fixes read in his previous life, everyone born a Saiyan always rushes to remove the tail instead of mastering their Saiyan heritage. He chose to master it. Thanks to the tail training coupled with the elite Saiyan status, he quickly mastered the Great Ape. For the first time, Jura stood within the Colossus without losing himself to the rage of the legend. Only then did Super Saiyan training truly begin. He would begin with stability first. Jura, current power, base power level, 12 million. Suppressed legendary potential still climbing. Transformation no longer damages his body. POV, Broly. Broly did not stop growing. He trained alone, fought raiders, crushed warbands. His control improved, slowly, painfully. On one raid, he met a beautiful green-skinned girl named Chilai. She talked too much and she didn't fear him nor tried to run. For the first time, Broly hesitated. And that hesitation changed him. His power still rose but no longer explosively. Deliberately. POV, Vegeta. Vegeta built something sharper than an army. A crew, efficient, loyal, deadly. Raditz left, not in disgrace, but with purpose. I'll find him, Raditz said. My brother, Kakarot, age 15. Battle power, 14,000. Elsewhere, Vegeta issued another command. Nappa, find Turles. I've heard he still breathes and searching for a powerful artifact. Vegeta, current power, base power level, 9,500,000. Ruthless efficiency. Tactical mind sharpened by years of conquest. POV, back to Jura. Night, quiet. MIA hadn't sensed him approach. Suddenly, the world shifted, and she was lifted effortlessly off the floor. Jura. He laughed softly and carried her down the hall. The door closed behind them. What remained was warmth, trust, and a connection years in the making. Jura had held his sexual urges back long enough, and it was now time claim that the forbidden fruit that was MIA. Outside, the stars continued their slow turn. Inside, two lives finally aligned. Chapter 16. POV, Frieza. The bridge of Frieza's flagship was silent. Scouters screamed. Numbers spiked, recalibrated, spiked again. Again. The technician swallowed and rerun the scan. Two signatures burned through space like twin stars, one familiar, one wrong. A Saiyan, not Broly, not Vegeta, something else. Frieza's smile slowly sharpened. So the universe grows bold while I sit idle. He floated down from his throne, hands clasped behind his back. Cancel all campaigns. Recall the elites. From this moment forward, I train. The room froze. Frieza had never said those words before. If monsters are being born, he continued softly, then I will become something even they fear. Far away, unseen, destiny twisted. POV, Jura, the breakthrough. The sky above the quiet planet warped. Jira stood alone, feet dug into stone, tail coiled tight, not wild, not loose. Focused, breathing slow. The power came, not like before but in a controlled ignition. Golden green light rolled over him like a tide. His muscles swelled, aura roaring, but his eyes stayed clear. He stood in it. Minutes passed, then an hour, then another. The legendary power no longer tore at him. It listened. When he finally powered down, the ground beneath him was glassed, but his hands didn't shake. So this is the path. Jira, status update. Base, 12 million. Controlled legendary state, achieved. Duration, several hours. Mental stability, maintained. A threshold had been crossed. POV, MIA. MIA watched from a distance, wrapped in a light cloak, eyes shining. Jira trained again, movements precise, aura restrained, strength earned. She rested a hand on her blue-skinned belly, lost in thought. A quiet smile touched her lips. Not embarrassment, not fear, something deeper. Connection, future, possibility. Her cheeks warmed as memories surfaced, not details, just feelings, closeness, trust, the way Jira's presence lingered even when he wasn't near. I want more time, she thought. More days like this. The universe could wait. For now. She watched her partner train beneath the alien sun, and for the first time in her life, the future didn't feel uncertain. It felt alive. POV, Galactic Patrol, the complication. The hologram flickered to life in MIA Tango's ship. Cold, official, unforgiving. Elite Officer MIA Tango. You are ordered to return immediately. Her commander's eyes narrowed as data scrolled beside him. Energy readings, battle logs, anomalous Saiyan biology. You violated protocol. You interfered with a xenophobic world under quarantine. You concealed a combatant classified as an existential level threat. MIA swallowed. He's not a threat. A pause. He's a kind Saiyan. Well, he's kind to me. The word carried weight. And the child, the commander added, voice sharpening. Our scans detected it. Silence. Mia's hand slowly rested on her belly. That child, she said quietly, is not a weapon, and neither is the man you're hunting. The reply was instant. Return to patrol custody. The Saiyan will be detained. The child will be evaluated. Something in MIA hardened. For the first time since she'd joined the patrol, she disconnected first. POV, Jira and MIA. Jira didn't raise his voice when she told him. Didn't flare his aura. Didn't rage. He just listened. Then he knelt in front of her, placing a large, calloused hand over hers. They won't stop. MIA nodded. She already knew. I choose you, she said, voice trembling but firm. I choose us. Jira stood, power rolling under his skin, not unleashed, but present. Controlled. Dangerous. Then we leave. He looked toward the stars. There's a planet. Blue skies. Loud people. Foods. Questionable at first. A faint smile. But it's kind. MIA blinked, then laughed softly through the fear. Earth. Yeah, Earth. The ship jumped to hyperspace. Behind them, the Galactic Patrol flagged both MIA Tango and Jira as rogue anomalies. POV, Frieza. The brutal training arc. Frieza screamed, not in fear, in effort. The gravity chamber had been rebuilt, layered with stolen tech, ancient relics, and captured god energy fragments. Gravity climbed past 1000x, then 5000x. Frieza's body cracked against the floor, bones shattering, organs rupturing. And then, he laughed. Golden light seeped from his skin, repairing damage faster than it was inflicted. So this is what they feel, he hissed. Growth. Days blurred, then weeks. Frieza fought clones of himself, then projections of Saiyans, then simulations of Broly, Vegeta, and an unnamed third variable marked only as Jira. Threat index, rapid escalation. Each time Frieza lost, he adapted. His power no longer spiked wildly. It compressed, refined, controlled. By the end, he floated silently in the chamber, eyes closed, aura calm but terrifyingly dense. A technician whispered, "Lord Freezer, your power level." Quote, Freezer opened one eye. The readout shattered. "Good," he said softly. "Let them grow. Let them love. Let them hide." A smile curved across his face. "It will make breaking them so much sweeter." Arrival on Earth. The atmosphere screamed, not audibly as you'd expect but spiritually. The moment MIA and Jura's ship slipped past the edge of Earth's magnetosphere, the sky itself tensed, clouds parting unnaturally as if something ancient had just opened its eyes. POV, Kami. Kami felt it before the ship even slowed. A pressure not violent, not hostile, just vast. A Saiyan. His eyes narrowed. No, something older, wilder. Then his breath caught. There was a second presence. Small, unborn, yet glowing like a candle made of stars. A child. The aura pulsed again inside the mother's womb, raw, instinctive, already reaching outward like it was trying to understand the world before even touching it. Kami stood. This was not an invasion. This was a migration. POV, Jura and MIA. The ship descended gently into a vast, untouched forest, ancient trees, moss-covered stone, the kind of quiet that felt respected rather than empty. MIA winced slightly, one hand braced against her swollen belly. 8 months. The child stirred, not kicking, responding. A faint glow shimmered beneath her blue skin, soft, gold-white, like a heartbeat made visible. Jura's jaw tightened. "Easy," he murmured, resting his hand over her stomach. "You're safe." The aura calmed but didn't fade. It never truly did anymore. Light folded in on itself. Kami stepped forward from nothingness, staff in hand, expression calm but deeply alert. MIA stiffened. Jura instantly shifted half a step in front of her, protective and controlled, restrained power humming beneath his skin. Kami raised a hand. "I did not come to fight." Silence stretched. "Then, I felt your arrival," Kami continued. "And the child." His gaze softened, not fearful, not calculating. "Kind. You are far from home," he said gently. "And Earth has had enough wars." Jura studied him for a long moment. God to warrior, guardian to survivor. "We're not here to conquer," Jura said. "We just need somewhere quiet. Safe. Until she gives birth." MIA looked up, nervous but hopeful. Kami nodded once. "Then you may stay." Kami lifted his staff. The forest responded. Roots shifted without breaking. Stone rose smoothly from the earth. Wood shaped itself, grain aligning naturally as if it had always wanted to be a home. In moments, a modest forest house stood among the trees. Strong stone foundation, wooden walls warm and alive. A hearth, a bedroom filled with soft light, and windows that opened to birdsong instead of danger. Nothing extravagant, just enough. Mia's eyes filled. "Wow, you did this for us." Kami smiled faintly. "I am Earth's guardian," he said. "Sometimes that means protecting by welcoming." The child's aura flared softly again, almost curious. Kami felt it brush his senses. And for the first time in centuries, he laughed quietly. "Remarkable," he whispered. POV, the lookout. High above the world, Goku paused mid-training. Sweat rolled down his back as he straightened, eyes drifting toward the horizon. He felt it. Something huge. But not angry, not challenging. Just there. Goku grinned. "Hey, guess Earth's getting interesting again." He went right back to training. Plenty of time later. Back to the forest. MIA eased onto the bed with a relieved sigh, exhaustion finally catching up to her. Jura stood before Kami and bowed his head not deeply, but sincerely. "Thank you," he said. "Once she's settled, we should talk." Kami inclined his head. "We will." He turned, light already folding around him. Before vanishing, he added, "Rest, Saiyan. Earth will watch over you tonight." The forest went quiet again. Birds returned. Wind stirred the leaves. And within the womb of a blue-skinned woman on a peaceful planet, a child dreamed for the first time. Chapter 17. Hourglass. One more time skip. The night the forest held its breath. The air changed 3 days before the birth. Animals grew restless. The wind circled the forest home in slow spirals, like the planet itself was preparing for something sacred. Inside the small wooden house Kami created, Mia knelt beside the bed, breath uneven, one hand gripping the sheets. Her creamy teal skin glistened faintly with sweat. Her black hair clung to her cheeks. Her tail flicked involuntarily, and her belly glowed, not violently, but steadily. Golden green light pulsed from within her womb, stronger than before. Jura stood nearby, muscles tense, trying not to look like he was ready to tear the sky apart at the first sign of danger. His power was restrained, but barely. High above, Kami stood at the lookout, eyes closed. He did not interfere directly. He did not rewrite fate. But he adjusted currents. The planet's life force flowed more gently through that forest clearing. The air remained warm. The ground stabilized beneath the home. A thin veil of divine protection settled around the house like invisible silk. "Be born safely," Kami murmured. The child's aura responded. The night sky darkened. Clouds parted in a perfect circle above the house. No thunder, no storm, just silence. Then, a cry, not Mia's, the baby's, sharp, strong, alive. Jura froze. Mia gasped, tears streaking down her face as she cradled the newborn boy. He had creamy teal skin, soft and luminous in the candlelight. Thick black hair already wild atop his head. And a tail, a strong, thick cyan tail that curled instinctively around his mother's wrist. His eyes opened immediately. They weren't dull like most newborns. They were alert, observing. The aura around him flickered, raw, unfocused, but immense in potential. Jura stepped closer. For a moment, the legendary blood within him stirred, not in rage. In recognition, he reached out slowly. The baby grabbed his finger, and Jura's knees nearly buckled. Light shimmered inside the room. Kami appeared quietly, staff resting against the floor. He studied the child, then smiled. "A bridge," he said softly. Mia looked up. A bridge, Cyan strength, galactic patrol discipline, born under Earth's sky. The baby cooed, tail twitching. Kami extended 2 fingers and lightly touched the child's forehead. A faint symbol of protection, so subtle it could not be seen, embedded itself into the boy's spirit. Not control, not limitation, just balance. "He will not be consumed by instinct," Kami said gently. "Unless he chooses to be." Jura bowed his head deeply this time. "Thank you." Martial arts uniform Goku decides to visit. At the lookout, Goku's eyes snapped open mid-meditation. He grinned wide. "He's here, huh?" Kami nodded. "And he has a tail. Like you." Goku blinked. "Another Saiyan." Kami studied him carefully. "Yes, but not one who came to conquer." Goku stood up immediately. "Then I gotta meet him." Kami sighed softly. "Go, Son Goku." As Goku leapt from the lookout, wind rushing past him, memories flickered through his mind. Grandpa Gohan smiling by the fire. The first time he transformed under a full moon. The destruction, the guilt, training under Master Roshi, carrying milk crates across beaches. The World Tournament, Tien, Piccolo, the climb up Korin's tower. The first time he reached the lookout. The first time he understood he wasn't human. Saiyan, alien, different, but not evil. He smiled as he flew. "If he's like me, I hope he's got someone kind around." A sleek galactic patrol cruiser hovered in deep space. Screens flickered. Energy logs updated. "Officer Mia Tango has been absent for 11 months, a technician stated. Another officer frowned. Confirmed desertion. A projection displayed Jura's past battle readings. Then Earth. Then the newborn's energy spike. The room went silent. "That signature." A commander leaned forward. "She bonded with a Saiyan." Another officer scoffed. "Of all species." The commander's expression hardened. "Prepare retrieval protocol." A pause. Then quietly, "If she refuses to return, detain the Saiyan." Earth's coordinates locked onto the main display. Jura stood outside the house now, looking at the stars. He felt it. Movement. Far away. MIA stepped beside him, baby wrapped in cloth, sleeping peacefully. We won't get long, will we? She asked softly. Jura exhaled slowly. No. The wind shifted. A familiar energy approached fast. Goku landed lightly in the clearing. He scratched his head, smiling wide. Whoa, you really do have a tail. He laughed. Jura turned slowly. 2 Saiyans, one born in war, one raised in peace, and between them, a newborn who might shape both worlds. The morning sun filtered through the trees, soft gold over the quiet forest Kami had shaped. Goku stood with his hands behind his head, smiling like this was just another good day to train. Jura stood opposite him, arms folded, posture relaxed, but his aura coiled tight beneath the surface like a chained beast. Between them, MIA sat on the porch, cradling their newborn son. The baby watched, alert, quiet, observing everything. Goku grinned. So you're really a Saiyan too, huh? Kami said you showed up from somewhere far away. Jura nodded slightly. Farther than you think. Goku laughed. Hey, that's awesome. I always wondered if there were more of us out there. Jura studied him carefully. This was Kakarot, not the screaming infant sent to conquer, not the feral great ape, but the warrior shaped by earth. You don't hate what you are? Jura asked calmly. Goku blinked. Why would I? Being a Saiyan just means I get stronger when I fight strong guys. He grinned wider. And I really like that part. Jura's lips twitched faintly. Interesting. No royal pride, no conquest instinct, just pure battle joy. They stepped into the clearing. No dramatic power-ups, no screaming, just controlled stances. Goku bounced lightly on his feet. Jura lowered his center of gravity, tail swaying slowly behind him. Jura's base power suppressed 1,200,000. Goku's current power, approximately 350,000. Jura suppressed further, deeply, compressing his ki until it felt dense and heavy. Jura combat suppressed, approximately 380,000. Enough. Goku grinned. All right, don't hold back too much. They vanished simultaneously. The impact cracked the air. Not explosive, but sharp. Goku's fist met Jura's forearm. Goku's eyes widened. Whoa, you're solid. Jura countered with a low kick. Goku flipped backward, laughing. They exchanged a flurry of blows, precise, fast, controlled. Leaves shredded around them. The ground fractured beneath sliding feet. But neither went lethal. Goku used fluid movement, earth-trained adaptability. Palm strikes, leg sweeps, after images. Jura responded with compact efficiency. Minimal wasted motion. Every counter direct. Every strike measured. But something else lurked beneath Jura's control. The legendary blood. It pulsed when Goku smiled mid-fight. It stirred when Goku adapted quickly. A rival. A stimulus. A spark. Jura forced it down. Not here. Not now. They launched into the sky. Rapid-fire exchanges blurred into streaks of light. Goku landed a clean hit to Jura's jaw. Jura allowed it. He adjusted instantly, learning Goku's rhythm. Within seconds, Goku realized something. You're copying me. Jura smirked faintly. Adapting. He shifted stance mid-air, mirroring Goku's looseness. Goku laughed excitedly. That's so cool. They clashed again, harder this time. The forest trembled. On the porch, the newborn's eyes widened. His tiny tail stiffened. His aura flickered. Green, not bright, but unmistakable. MIA froze. The baby's gaze locked onto Jura mid-air, as if recognizing something ancient. Something powerful. The child's ki flared instinctively. Baby's latent surge, approximately 50,000, unstable flicker. The ground beneath the porch cracked slightly. MIA gasped softly. No, not yet. The baby stopped crying. He wasn't afraid. He was resonating. Across the sky, Jura felt it instantly. A pulse. A call. He faltered mid-strike. Goku nearly kicked him in the ribs but pulled back when he saw Jura's expression change. Jura felt it clearly. The same frequency. The same violent evolutionary signature, but purer, untouched by battle. His son, recognizing the legendary bloodline, responding to it, Goku scratched his head mid-air. Was that the baby? Jiren landed immediately. Fight forgotten. Goku followed. The baby's aura settled as soon as Jiren approached. He quieted, tail curling around Jiren's finger again. Jiren exhaled slowly. He masked his concern, but he understood. The bloodline had passed on. Not diluted, amplified. Goku leaned closer, eyes wide. He's strong already. That's amazing. Jiren studied Goku carefully. There was no fear in him. No suspicion. Just excitement. Earth truly had shaped him differently. The forest was silent again. Goku had left happily, promising to train again soon. Inside the house, soft lantern light. Mia stood near the window, arms wrapped around herself. Jiren approached quietly. You felt it too, he said. She nodded slowly. He reacted to your bloodline. She turned to face him. Her expression wasn't fear, it was thoughtfulness. It wasn't random, Jiren. He remained silent. She stepped closer. His ki didn't just spike. It synchronized. Jiren's eyes narrowed slightly. Explain. Mia swallowed softly. When Saiyan blood carries something that ancient, it doesn't just pass down power. She placed a hand on his chest. It passes instinct, recognition, compatibility. Jiren listened carefully. He won't just inherit your strength. Her voice lowered. He might inherit the ability to stabilize it. Jiren went still. Stabilize. The legendary state. The uncontrollable evolution. If their son's aura truly resonated instead of reacting violently, then the child might become something else entirely. Not a berserker, not a destroyer, but a perfected evolution. Mia blushed faintly. I didn't want to say it during the spar. She looked down, but when he reacted, it felt like he was reaching for you. Not out of fear, out of bond. Jiren stepped closer, wrapped an arm around her waist, pulled her gently against him. His voice softened. Then we train him correctly. Outside, high above, a faint ripple in space moved unnoticed. Galactic patrol ships closing distance. And somewhere far beyond, Frieza's scouts recalibrating long-range sensors. The game pieces were shifting again. But tonight, the forest was peaceful. A Saiyan father, a patrol mother, and a child who might one day redefine what legendary truly means. Chapter 18. It began as a distortion. Not loud, not explosive, just a clean rip in the upper atmosphere above Earth's forest. Jiren felt it instantly. 6 energy signatures. Disciplined, controlled, trained, not wild like Frieza's soldiers, not chaotic like Hydra mutants. Structured, military. Mia froze mid-step outside the forest home. Her breath hitched. They found me. Jiren's aura flickered once, low, contained, but lethal. From the lookout, Kami's eyes opened. From the mountains, Goku grinned. Oh, strong guys. Patrol descent. A sleek silver-blue cruiser descended silently, cloaking disengaging only when it touched down in the clearing. 6 Galactic Patrol elites stepped out. Power levels flared briefly. Patrol Captain, 4.8 million. Lieutenant, 4.2 million. 4 Operatives, 3.5 to 4 million. Disciplined stances. Energy regulated perfectly. Jiren stepped forward. His base power, 12 million. Currently suppressed to 2 million. Mia moved beside him, tail swaying anxiously. The captain removed her visor. Officer Mia Tango, you are officially declared AWOL. Her tone was controlled but tight. Return with us immediately for questioning and sentencing. Mia swallowed. Jiren's eyes narrowed slightly. Nah, she's my woman and she stays. The situation immediately became tense, then without warning. The patrol moved fast, not hostile but decisive. Energy binding constructs shot forward as pure light-based restraint tech designed to capture high-tier beings. Jiren allowed the first band to wrap around his arm. He tested it. Dense. Key calibrated. Interesting. Goku dropped into the clearing, laughing. Whoa! Space cops. Krillin and Tien soon followed, landing behind him. Yamcha shortly after. The Z fighters assessed instantly. Krillin whispered, "They're strong." They didn't waste time talking as the lieutenant dashed toward MIA, but Goku quickly intercepted. Crack! Their fists collided. Shockwave blasted the trees flat. Goku grinned wide. "You're good." Meanwhile, Jira's aura surged slightly. Suppressed power rising. 2 million right-pointing arrow 4 million. The restraints shattered instantly. The patrol captain widened her eyes. His control is crude, but his density. Jira vanished. Reappeared behind two operatives. Palm strikes. Precise. Non-lethal. They crashed into the dirt, stunned. Tien joined the fight, using multi-form technique to distract two others. Krillin fired controlled destructo discs not to cut but to force spacing. The patrol squad was elite, but they were not killers. They were here for retrieval. And Jira was not here to slaughter. Mid-air clash. Rapid exchanges. Goku suppressed but excited. Captain Tango met him evenly. "You're another Saiyan. ... Yep. Raised here on Earth." She frowned. "That explains your lack of imperial aggression." Goku blinked. Capitalizing on Goku's confusion, the lieutenant attempted a gravity compression field around MIA. That's when moved. Aura flared briefly to 6 million. A single burst of key pressure flattened the entire patrol squad to the ground. Not injured. Pinned. Controlled. The earth cracked beneath them. Jira stood over them. Eyes calm. Not enraged. "You will leave." The captain coughed, staring up at him. "You don't understand what she is." Silence fell. The captain forced herself upright. MIA Tango is not simply Galactic Patrol. She looked at Jira. She is Foraminite royalty. The forest went still. Mia's face drained of color. The captain continued. "Upper-class empathic species. South Galaxy's sovereign system." Krillin blinked. "Empathic." The captain nodded. "Foraminites possess perfect key regulation from birth. Emotional energy translation. Advanced resonance bonding." Her gaze hardened. "They are married strategically to stabilize political alliances." Jira's eyes shifted slowly to MIA. She looked away. After the defeat, the patrol squad was released. Jira stepped back but remained alert. MIA stepped forward, voice trembling but firm. "I ran away." The captain didn't interrupt. MIA continued. "I was arranged to marry into the Royal Tri-System Alliance to strengthen royal ties." She clenched her fists. "For diplomacy and for empire stability." Her voice cracked slightly. "I didn't want to be an asset or someone's trophy." Silence. "So I joined the patrol to escape." She looked at Jira. "Then I met you on Rakisha." The captain's voice was cold. "Your absence destabilized negotiations." MIA. Mia's aura flickered faintly, controlled but emotional. "I don't belong to them." Jira stepped beside her. His voice was calm but absolute. "She belongs where she is happy, and that's with her new family." The captain studied Jira carefully, measured him, calculated, then slowly stood. "We cannot defeat you here without escalation." A pause. "The council will respond differently next time." Jira nodded once. "Tell them I will not yield." The patrol squad retreated to their cruiser. Before boarding, the captain looked at MIA. "You chose a Saiyan over the Empire. I'm disappointed." MIA met her gaze steadily. "I chose my life, and my life is important to me and those that I love." The ship lifted, warped, gone. Goku stretched his arms. "Man, that was fun." Krillin sighed in relief. "Fun for you, bro." Tien studied Jira quietly. Yamcha muttered, "Space royalty, that's new." Piccolo, miles away, remained meditating, aware but uninterested. Kami watched silently. Inside the house at night, Miru lay in his crib, eyes open, watching the ceiling. No crying, no fussing. His tiny tail twitched. Then, a small glow formed above his palm. A tiny orb of ki. Perfectly round, stable, soft green mixed with pale blue. No wild fluctuation, no explosive surge. He rotated it slowly, instinctively controlling its density. Then, the orb dissolved gently. No crack, no burst, just disappearance. Miru blinked then giggled like baby finding something entertaining. Outside the window, Jira paused mid-step. He felt it. Controlled, not chaotic. MIA stepped beside him. Soft smile. He's different from us. Jira nodded slowly. Yes, he was. Not just legendary blood, not just foraminite precision. Something new, something balanced. 3 days after the Galactic Patrol departed, Goku returned alone. No grin this time, no casual bounce in his step. He landed in the forest clearing with quiet focus. Jira stood waiting. He already knew. Goku spoke first. That thing you almost let slip during our spar. That golden feeling. I wanna see it. MIA watched from the porch, Miru asleep inside. Jira studied Goku carefully. This wasn't idle curiosity anymore. This was hunger, not for conquest, for growth. They stood far from the house this time, deep in an isolated mountain valley. Jira exhaled slowly. You are not ready to sustain it. Goku smirked. Then show me what I gotta aim for. Jira closed his eyes. His power level rose. Base, 12 million. Then he compressed it. Not outward explosion. Inward density. The air grew heavy. Rocks began to vibrate. Birds fled the area. A low hum filled the valley. Then, a flicker of gold. His hair didn't fully change. But his aura shifted. Golden-green lightning crackled along his shoulders. The ground shattered beneath his feet. Power level spike. 12 million right pointing arrow 4,200,000,000 brief flare. Goku's pupils shrank. His body trembled instinctively. The pressure wasn't hostile, but it was absolute. Jira opened one eye. Golden iris burning faintly. This is a fraction. Then he powered down instantly. Silence returned. Goku stood frozen, breathing hard. Not from damage, from awe. That's amazing. Teach me. Jira nodded once. Then you will suffer. Goku grinned. Hey, sounds good. 5-year time skip. The world changed. Slowly, naturally, but significantly. Under Jira's brutal sparring and Kami's spiritual oversight, Goku mastered deeper ki compression. Learned emotional control instead of emotional explosion. Trained his tail reflexively instead of ignoring it. Increased base power to approximately 2.8 million by age 20. He never reached Super Saiyan. But he felt its outline. Like standing at the edge of a cliff, sensing the drop. Jira did not abandon his own training. His base power grew steadily. 12 million right pointing arrow 24 million. He refined controlled legendary state duration. From hours to half a day. MIA maintained her strength at 9 million, focusing instead on Miru's development. And Miru was different. Flashback, Miru's training, age 3 to 5. The forest clearing. Miru, age 4. Teal skin glowing softly in sunlight. Small but muscular frame. Tail wrapped tightly around his waist like a belt. Jira stood before him. Again, Miru clenched his tiny fists. A small green orb formed in his palm. Perfect sphere, stable. Jira flicked a pebble at it. The orb shifted instantly, absorbing the impact without exploding. MIA clapped softly. Excellent control. Miru beamed proudly. Power level at age 5. Base, 420,000. Already surpassing most adult humans. But what shocked Jira most? Miru's aura never raged. When Jira entered controlled legendary, Miru's ki adapted. The boy wasn't inheriting the curse. He was instinctively stabilizing it, but only difference was that he didn't have legendary Super Saiyan, just its potential and raw power once he mastered it in the future. 5 years after that first golden glimpse, Goku burst into the forest house without knocking. Jira, I'm getting married. MIA nearly dropped a plate. Miru blinked from the table confused, but sensing Goku's happy emotions he also smiled unconsciously. Jira looked up slowly. Married, like married. Goku nodded excitedly. Yeah, and Chi-Chi's pregnant too. MIA gasped softly, her hands on her cheeks. Oh my. Goku scratched his head. You gotta come, all of you. Jira looked at MIA. She smiled warmly. We should. Miru tugged on Jira's sleeve. Can I meet more fighters? Jira smirked faintly. Yes. Mountains decorated. Food everywhere. Laughter. Earth's simplicity contrasted sharply with galactic politics and Saiyan extinction. Jira stood tall but restrained. MIA wore elegant flowing garments, teal skin glowing in the sunlight. Miru clung to her side curiously. Goku ran over excitedly. Everyone. This is Jira, MIA. And Miru. They're new to Earth and have been living near Mount Paozu for some years now. Bulma. She walked up first. Blue hair swaying. Sharp eyes analyzing instantly. Another Saiyan. Great. As long as you don't blow up the planet. Jira replied with a playful smile. No current plans of world domination. Bulma blinked, then laughed playfully. I like him. Master Roshi. He squinted at Jira, then at MIA. Then at MIA again. Nose bleeding slightly. Krillin smacked him. Behave, Master. Roshi coughed. Strong energy. Very strong. He looked at Miru. The boy's even more controlled than his father. Jira respected him immediately. Old and perverted but perceptive. Krillin bowed slightly. Heard you helped my friend Goku train and get stronger. Jira nodded. Yamcha sized him up nervously. So, you're not evil like that one Raditz guy. Miru answered childishly. Nope, my dad is one of the good guys. Yamcha blinked. Cool, as long as you don't blow up the planet by mistake, I'm good. Tien approached seriously. Third eye focused. Your ki is refined yet dangerous like a growing storm. Jira nodded respectfully. As is yours. Mutual understanding grew between them, Tien sensing that Jira may have killed before. Later, Jira stood alone at the edge of the celebration, watching laughing humans, his half-Saiyan child playing with Goku, MIA talking warmly with Bulma and Chi-Chi. This was Earth. It was fragile, but alive. Goku walked up beside him. Pretty great, huh? Jira glanced sideways. Yeah, it's not bad. Very peaceful compared to the rest of the universe. I see why you protect this. Goku smiled softly. Yeah. Jira looked back at the crowd. Then I will help you, especially now that I have friends and family. Goku grinned. Hey, good. I'll need a sparring partner to get stronger anyway, ha ha ha. Quote.